We're up to part 4 of our 2012 KTM 250 EXCF features. I'm here with Johnny DiStefano, former factory KTM rider and factory KTM race team mechanic. He's now the infantry and spare parts manager of KTM Australia. He's also insisted that I get the top end rebuild on my KTM 350. I'm pushing the 50-hour mark. The bike's hauling, to me it feels fine, but these guys are the manufacturers and they do have a recommendation for service intervals. They've asked me to bring it in. Johnny, what's going to happen today?
Basically today we're here, Kevy Doyle's in the background doing the first top end rebuild that's on Adam's 350 XC12 model. The reason for us doing this, it's basically preventative maintenance. The bike's been through some hard yards. It's been through its paces. Adam's done some cross-country events, which basically bike is going under a fair bit of stress. The engine's at high RPMs, which is like excessive over 10,000 RPMs, and doing that for probably 2 to 3 hours at a time, like full noise. So it's a good measure today to see what that piston's actually going to look like. And again, that all relates to level of rider basically. So a piston will probably last up to 100 hours really if you're an average rider. Someone at Adam's calibre, he puts the bike through its paces definitely, and he goes to some extreme sort of areas to ride this bike, water crossings and how I said cross countries where the bike's pinned. He does his enduro racing and his enduro crosses where the bike really cops a bit of a bashing. When Adam does do sort of enduro crosses, the bike's not actually revving its tits off, but because it is not revving, the bike still does get hot. There's not much airflow, a lot of extremes definitely. The manufacturer, they do recommend a piston change out at 50 hours. So today it's going to be a good sign to see at Adam's level what this piston's going to shape up to be.
We're here doing the top end rebuild on Adam's bike because the thing has had a hard time, like Johnny said, and we've pulled it apart and we've found the piston isn't even worn 0.01 of a millimetre, which is way less than the thickness of a hair. So it hasn't worn much, the rings haven't worn much, the gap on the rings is just about 3 thou more than a brand new one is. So we know that the piston ring hasn't worn and the piston itself hasn't worn. We know it's done 50 hours and we know it's done the work fairly hard, and this particular engine is designed to take that sort of hard work, and it's had the oil changed in it. It's very clean in the inside. You can wipe it clean with your finger, it's very clean without pulling it apart, and that's the really only way you can have a look at a conrod and say whether it's good or bad, but it feels very good for the amount of work it's done. Like, it's very nice and tight. The cylinder head, we've checked the valve clearance, and the valve clearance on a lot of modern 4-stroke engines does change quite regularly because the valves are opening and shutting so many times a second. So you can imagine in the 50 hours that it's done, these valves have opened and shut a lot of times, and there's no wear in the valve, so there's no clearance change. The cams look perfect. The head just looks a bit like it needs a clean up. We'll put it back together, we'll clean it and put it back together. Adam has done well looking after this engine.
Doesn't get a start, we're up in about 3rd or 4th place. Who we got in the lead there in the over 35? Off for our third place rider, and that's where it all turns to. Is that Adam Riemann in the lead there? It is Adam Riemann. I recognise the jumping style, the 825 and the Riemann knocker. Brad Worsop at 52-stroke chasing him down. These guys have been mates since way back, so I think you're going to see a little bit of action. Jason Pelfane. I reckon we see a bit of a dirty move here, eh? The Yeah, I heard the old Royal show. Look at him. But Brad disliked the roost so much there from Rieman's bike that he's backed off. Yeah, looks like he just, look how much gap he's giving him. Wow. Yeah. Certainly doesn't like getting dirty sometimes, clearly. Which is strange, but, oh, he's throwing the goggles. Well, could that be a decisive moment? He's throwing the goggles. He's got to pass his mate Adam Riemann, who's in ahead of him at the moment, sitting on $1,000 grab. Well, maybe he's banking on a bit of a mistake from his hard drive with Riemann and runs away